Welcome to all in this C programming session. Today I am going to present a special video lecture on decision making statements. I recommend you to like, share and subscribe my channel. For subscribe, press the bell icon. If you have any query, you can write on a comment box. I must create a video lecture on your doubts. Let's begin. अगर मेरे पास लेट्स सपोज करो कोई ट्रायंगल है, राइट, मुझे कैसे पता लगेगा कि उसकी सारी साइड्स इक्वल? अगर की हेल्प से हम कर सकते हैं। थ्री साइड्स चाहिए तो मैंने एक वेरिएबल लिया इन साइड ए कॉमा साइड बी कॉमा साइड सी, राइट। ये तीनों साइड्स यूज कर ली। अभी मैं इनको इनपुट भी करना चाहता हूँ रन टाइम पे। प्रिंट एफ एंटर एंटर थ्री साइड्स। अभी थोड़ा सा बेसिक क्वेश्चन कर रहा हूँ। स्कैन एफ पर्सन डी, देखो फर्स्ट पर्सन डी फॉर साइड ए, राइट। इस तरीके से ये मुझे तीनों बार लिखने पड़ेंगे ऐसे, साइड बी और सी, राइट। इस तरीके से मैं तीनों वेरिएबल्स को इनपुट करूंगा रन टाइम। देखो चेक करो, अगर अभी भी किसी को इन चीजों में डाउट है, साइड ए इक्वल्स पर्सन डी कॉमा साइड ए। अभी एक ही प्रिंट करूंगा, जो इनपुट यहाँ पे करूंगा वो यहाँ पे प्रिंट हो जाएगी, इस वेरिएबल के अंदर ऑटोमेटिकली स्टोर होगा डाटा। साइड ए में कौन सी वैल्यू आई? 34। यही इनपुट करी थी सबसे पहले, इनपुट 34, और 34 किस में आ गई? इसमें। लेट्स सपोज करो अगर मेरे पास 10 वेरिएबल्स है तो मुझे ऐसे नंबर ऑफ लाइंस इंक्रीज करनी पड़ेंगी, स्कैनफ बार बार लिखना पड़ेगा। तो उसका एक और मेथड भी है। हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम एक ही स्कैनफ यूज करके सभी के अंदर डाटा भी डाल सकते हैं, लाइक इस तरह से, लाइक इन दिस वे। पर्सन डी, ये रिमूव कर रहा हूँ दोनों। 3% यूज करे मैंने यहाँ पे, कॉमा एंड साइड बी कॉमा साइड सी। सेकेंड वे है इनपुट करने का, राइट। एक ही एनएफ में मैं मल्टीपल वेरिएबल्स भी इनपुट कर सकता हूँ। अगेन आउटपुट में कोई इश्यू नहीं आएगा, कोई एरर नहीं आएगा, राइट। हमारी कौन सी वैल्यू आई? दिस 45। सबसे पहले इनपुट कौन सी करी थी? 45 यहाँ पे, राइट। अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है इसके रिलेटेड तो अभी मुझसे पूछ लो। हाँ, ये रन टाइम इनपुट लेने के लिए हम यूज करते हैं, राइट। क्लियर? ये रन टाइम डायनेमिक इनपुट यूज करने के लिए हम यूज करते हैं। क्लियर? यहाँ तक कोई डाउट? हमारे पास लेट्स सपोज करो हमारे पास कितने होते हैं? 3 टाइप्स के ट्राइंगल्स हैं। पहला ट्राइंगल स्केलन ट्राइंगल, सेकंड ट्राइंगल आइसोसेलेस, एंड थर्ड वन इज इक्विलेटरल, राइट। इक्विलेटरल ट्राइंगल कौन सा होता है? इक्वल, जिसमें तीनों साइड्स हमारी इक्वल होंगी। वो मैंने प्रिंट नहीं किया डियर, बी और सी को प्रिंट नहीं किया, राइट। तो सबसे पहले मैं एक कंडीशन लगाऊंगा। इक्विलेटरल ट्राइंगल क्या होता है? यहाँ पे मैं एक कंडीशन लगा रहा हूँ, जब मेरी सारी साइड्स इक्वल होंगी। अभी एक चीज ध्यान रखना, जो न्यू कमर्स है और जो पुराने भी है सभी ध्यान रखना, सिंगल इक्वल्स साइड बी। इसका मतलब क्या होता है? देखो, सिंगल इक्वल्स कब हम यूज करते हैं और डबल इक्वल्स जब हमने कंपेयर करना है। whenever we are going for comparing two variables, two value, then always use double equals. डबल इक्वल्स का मीनिंग क्या है? दोनों साइड्स इक्वल है, दोनों की वैल्यूज इक्वल होंगी, राइट? यस, परसेंट डी इंट के साथ होता है। एंड साइड बी इक्वल्स सी, साइड सी। क्या इससे भी मेरा क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट हो सकता है? If I need to compare, just try to understand. If I need to write side A equals to side B, there is one more condition. Can I write, or I can skip side A equals to C? We can write or we can skip, right? Because there is one property, right? It's a mathematic property, it's a law, I think. I don't know the exact law name. I think it's a associative law. If A equals to B, then if B equals to C, then we can assume that side A automatically equals to side C, right? Then we can assume there is a law. I don't know the exact name right now, right? Maybe it's an associative law or maybe some other law, right? Here I am using AND gate. What is the meaning of this AND gate? It's a AND gate, logical AND gate. We can say it's a logical AND gate in physics, right? After that, double equal is a, it means both are equal, right? Value, when we need to compare, both the values are equal, right? Values are equal, right? Single equal means, single equal means when we are using to assign a value, right? Use, when we use, it is used only while we are assign the value. Assign the value means, I am elaborating this third point. Let's take an example. A equals to 10. Here 10 value is assigning to a variable. I can write in this way, compile time values, static values. Now 10 value is it is goes to a variable. Means I am assigning a 10 value to a variable, right? Now here I can write it's a equilateral triangle. It's a triangle, right? Now I am executing. I don't need to write this statement, right? If I want to print, I can print here also. Side A equals to %d. Just take a look. %d equals, then equal %d, right? I am writing a value side B, comma side C slash n. Now I am entering the same values 66, right? no need to worry. Just Sonal, check on your screen. If I have two sides, side A and side B, right? If these two sides are equal, right? And after that, I am writing side B equals to side C, right? And I am using a AND gate. AND gate means if both the expressions means both the sides A and side B. This is a first expression, first condition. It's a first condition and it's a second condition, right? If side A equals to side B, then what is the value of side B? Any value. If that value is equals to side C, then we can automatically say that side A and side C are also equals, because we are using AND gate. AND means both the conditions are true, right? But here in second case, I can use if also, or even else if. What is the difference between if and else if? If the condition this falls, then only it goes to the next condition, because rest of the part is, this part is a else part. Means when our upper condition falls, means this part is false, then it goes to else part, right? यस, अगर इफ गलत होगा तभी हम एल्स इफ चेक करेंगे, अदरवाइज हम एल्स इफ नहीं चेक करेंगे, राइट? सेकंड थिंग, यहाँ पे एंड आएगा कि और, अगर एंड लिखते हैं तो क्या होगा, ये सारी कंडीशंस ट्रू होनी चाहिए। मींस साइड ए और बी, साइड बी और सी, और साइड सी और ए, ये सारी कंडीशन ट्रू होंगी तभी ये पूरी कंडीशन ट्रू होगी। बट हमने दो ही चेक करनी है, दोनों में से कोई भी एक ट्रू हो गया, बट राइट, तब हम क्या कहेंगे, ये इक्वल है, तब ये क्या है, आइसोसेलेस ट्राइंगल, राइट? देन प्रिंट आइसोसेलेस, right? Now after that there is the last one, scalar. If first condition is not true, second one is not true, then else automatic. Scalar means if all the sides are not equal, right? Then scalar, scalar triangle. Now I am executing this code with different values, right? First value is 45, second value is 34, and third value is 45. Now A side A and equal, then it's a isosceles triangle. It represents isosceles triangle, right? Again, if I am executing this code with all the three values are different, then it's a scalar triangle. So in this way we need to implement this code, right? It's clear, it's clear. The rest of the students, okay, it's fine. Then after that we are moving towards next question, right? Next question is like this way. I copy this code in another file so you can check, right? I also share this code with you, right? So if anyone find any trouble related to code, then he or she can check this example. I will share. I just copy that file, that code. Now, now next example is I need to find I need to find any value any value is divisible by 7. Any value is divisible by 7 or 13. There is any value which is divisible by 7 or 13. Is there is any value? Is there is any value? Or I am just changing this to 8 and 6, right? We can easily calculate. Just 91. For here we can write 48, 24, right? So how I can write a code for this kind of example, right? Divisible by 6 means it means when I am going to divide any value by 8, it gives a remainder 0. It gives a remainder 0. When I am going to divide any value with 8, then remainder comes 0, right? So I am again writing a if condition. If any value I am writing a variable int x, right? Again for x, printf, enter any value, scanf, right? If x is divisible, there is a operator, there is a operator remainder. We can say it's a modulus operator, plus operator, right? It's a modulus operator, or we can say it's a percentage where it calculates remainder equals to 8 becomes 0, right? Then I can say that that number is divisible by 8. That number is divisible by 8. Number is, I am dividing my example, right? I divide this example in various parts. So I want to clear each and every point. Divisible by this. So I can say number is divisible by 8, right? If else if x is divisible by 6, then again it gives a 0 remainder, right? If it gives a 0 remainder, then I can say number is divisible by 6, right? Right? We can say that Just check the answer. Any value like 24 number is divisible by 8. Yes. Any other value? I am writing a value 30. Now I am input a value 30. Then we can say number is divisible by 6. But my question is, I want both the numbers, any number which is divisible by 8 and 6 respectively, right? For this, I need to write a condition. I need to write the same condition which I already write in different parts, equals to 0, and I am using AND operator because equals to 0, right? Now I can say that number is divisible by 8 and 6 and 6, right? But if I am writing this condition into the end of this code, then what it means, it goes when it check this condition, it checks only if all the both the condition false, if it is not divisible by 8 or 6. So the we cannot write this condition here, right? You are understanding what I am saying? We cannot write this condition here, right? Why? because because if we know that if this condition is not true and this also condition not true, then how this condition executes, right? So we need to write here and never write else, like in this way. Else always connected after the if, right? After the if, right? Now first it checks both the condition. If any number divisible by 8 or 6, then first condition execute. Then after that, if first condition is not executed, then after that it moves to second. It checks only for 8, right? If it is not, then it goes to 6. If not, then else. There is a last statement where we can terminate our code, right? Both 8 number is not divisible by 8 or 6. Like this way, we write a message in this way. Now I am writing a, right? Let I am writing a value 54. 54 says number is divisible by 6, right? If I am writing a value 48, we can say number is divisible by 8 and 6, right? But if I am writing a value 50, number is not divisible by 8 or 6. This question is clear? If you want, I will share this class on YouTube, then I can. Otherwise, I have no plan, right? If you want, I will share for you. Otherwise, I have no plan to share this lecture on YouTube. Okay, I will share, right? Right? Just try first at yourself, first yourself. After that, I will. Right? This question is clear to everyone. Now there is another interesting question I want to share with you. I just recall that question. Just it is this question is clear to you. Again I am going to share if else condition with you, right? I am not moving to switch part, right? So I am okay. It is okay. Okay. Any query related to this? It is fine for this question. Any query if you have, just ask right now. Okay, it's okay for everyone. So next question is there is a interesting one. I want to check. I want to check whether a number is a letter letter or digit. Just a simple one. I want to check a number is a letter or a digit. What kind of condition I will write? Tell me what kind of condition I will write. Or we can also add special characters, but I don't want to add right now. So what is the condition? Yes, we just it is right. We just take the help of ASCII codes. What what is the meaning of ASCII code? There is American Standard Table. According to that table, every key has a value, right? 97 to 122 and 65 to 90, right, Kumar? It's a value. And we have various methods. We have 2 3 methods to do these kind of codes. If I am entering any character, if I want to input a character value, right? First I am going to any character ch. I am using a variable ch. Printf percent d. Enter any character, any letter, digit or symbol, right? Symbol, right now I am not explaining anything about symbol, but I will add in this question, right? I am entering any character ch. Again for character I use %c. %c is for character data type, right? First, if ch is greater than equals to single quotes, greater than equals to small a, right? And ch less than equals to small z. It's a one condition. It's a first condition. And second one, or condition is same, just I will check capital letter or small letter. Small capital A to capital Z. Then I can say we can use this with the numbers also, right? It's for numbers I will write 65 to 90. It's for uppercase, 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 and for this like 97 to 122 for lowercase letters, right? For digits, I think it start from 49. I think maybe it's 49 or 48, 49 to 58, something like this, for digits, right? We can find, right? We can value of 0, right? So, but I am just doing in this way. Printf, it's a letter. So, right? It's a letter, or we can say it's alphabet, right? Else if ch greater than equals to 0 and ch less than equals to 9, then we can say printf, it's a digit, right? Else I found that for characters this condition, for numbers this condition, rest are the all the rest inputs are my symbols, special symbols, right? For rest I will include else case, it's a symbol, right? Just pay attention to this. Any letter, first I am input a r, it's a letter, right? Again now I input a capital character, I'm input a capital character G, and again it's a letter, right? Now I am moving towards numbers, I'm input a 5, it's a digit, right? And now I am input a plus symbol, and it's a symbol. It's clear, it, it's clear to you? Okay, fine. Any other query related to this? Now I am giving one another interesting example to you, right? Just pay attention again. Okay, I just explained this question. Take a look. I am input a character value, right? Everything, everything I can write in character, right? Like if I am using a single quotes, I can use symbols, right? I can use numbers, or I can input any character value in char data type, right? So in this case, I just compare a condition. I knew that a value small a and capital Z. Here, these values are dealing with ASCII values, with these values, right? Whenever we use a condition, it is using these ASCII values, right? It automatically converts small a and capital A with integers, right? After that, for 0, this value, right? If you want to print a value, a sky value, right? If you want to share a sky code, just write a %d with this, right? Write a %d with this, right? Again I am using a %d percent d comma and ch, right? Now just we can easily find out a sky value. Now I input a 0. What is the sky value is 48, right? Another condition, if I want to write, I can use integer values. I am just changing here right now 48 to 59, I think, right? Now I input a 9 value 57, right? Maximum value is 57, right? Maximum value is 57. Here I am rearrange the condition for 48 to 57. It's a value of integer, right? It gives a 9 value. A sky value of 9 is 57. Again, if I am writing any character, now just I am writing a u, small u. It gives 177. For this 122, and here writing 97. Now I am writing a z value, small z. It gives a letter 122, right? This condition is true. Now it's clear, Kumar. यस, कंडीशन के अंदर इम्प्लिसिट ऑटोमेटिकली वो टाइप कन्वर्जन कर लेता है, राइट? टाइप कन्वर्जन भी दो तरह की होती है, इम्प्लिसिट एंड एक्सप्लिसिट. हम इसके ऊपर भी मूव करेंगे, ठीक है, किसी दिन. अभी एक नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल और इफ के ऊपर मैं यूज करूंगा, बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जांपल है. इसमें कोई डाउट किसी को? इफ एनी डाउट जस्ट लेट मी नो, अदरवाइज आई जस्ट मूव टू नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल. Those attending first lecture, any doubt? They are just trying to understand. They are just trying to understand. Those just attend my, this is my first lecture. Okay, no, it's fine. So I am moving to my next example. It's a very interesting example. Just take a look on this example. I want to input any value. I want to input any value, and I want to find if I am inputter, just giving an example 575, right? I'm inputter, I inputter this value 575. I want to calculate how many notes of 500, how many notes of 100, how many notes of 20 rupees, how many notes of 5 rupees I have. Just understand what I am saying. I need to find various kind of notes which I have in this the input value. Notes means 100 rupee note, 500 rupee note, right? And for this, one is a 500 rupee note, right? Another I can write in this way: 20 rupee notes are 3, 500 note is 1, 20 rupee notes are 3, and 10 rupee note is 1, and last one 5 rupee note is 1. So it's a value of 575. So I want to display in this way. ये स्काई टेबल है, ये जस्ट इस कोड को चेक करो गौरव, जो मैं अभी मैसेज भेज रहा हूँ, इस टेबल को चेक करो, ठीक है? अपने आप क्लियर हो जाएगा. जस्ट राइट अ टेबल, जस्ट राइट ऑन अ गूगल स्काई कोड टेबल, राइट? इसे चेक करो, अपने आप क्लियर हो जाएगा ये सारा कंसेप्ट. ये समझ आया क्वेश्चन में क्या करने वाला हूँ अभी इस क्वेश्चन में? मैंने नोट्स फाइंड आउट करने हैं कि मेरे पास इस वैल्यू के कितने नोट्स होंगे मैक्सिमम, राइट। 100 का 0, राइट। 100 नोट्स के क्या होंगे 0, ठीक है। तो थोड़ा सा ये कोड थोड़ा सा लेंथी है, तो मुझे अभी थोड़ा सा टाइम दो, ठीक है। मैं कोड राइट कर रहा हूँ इसके लिए। फाइंड डिफरेंट नोट्स, रूपी नोट्स, राइट। Notes, right. Question is like this. So first I am using a in value amount, variable, print f, enter any value, right. Enter any value. Again I am using scanf, %d, amount, address operator, amount, right. First condition is first one. First condition is about this, right. Now I am writing a condition. If the amount, if the amount greater than, I can add different notes, like now we have 500 notes, 2000 notes, right. So I am writing this way. If I have a 2000 note amount greater than, if amount greater than 2000, then I can include 2000 note. I am not including if it is equals to this, right. Just I am skipping this part, right. What I need to do, I need to calculate nodes, number of nodes of 2000. I need to add some more variables. Note 2000, note 500, right? Note 100. These are some different variables, right? Note 100, note equals to 100, note 50, note 20, note 10, note 5. You want to include 1 rupee note? If yes, then we can easily add, but right now I am not including, right. 0, 0. I want to initialize each value by 0. Why I am initialize this? Because when I am going to print each value of this node, if any value, like if I have a 75, 575, I am giving an example of this, right. So by default I am not using 100. 100 node is 0 value for this example which I explained to already. I just use this value. So now I am writing a condition, node 2000. First I need to divide. I am using a assignment operator. If I want to use amount, just wait for a minute. I am using in this way, amount divided by 2000, right. Let's take an example for this. If I have a value of like 7435, right. So how much, what is the value of this N2000, node 2000, what is the value it received? It received 3, right. It receives 3. After that, amount, again I can use in this way. Now here I am using a assignment operator, minus of node 2000 into 2000, right? Just take a look on this. I am writing two more conditions. After that, I will explain each part. Just try to solve these conditions, right? After that, I have another, right? Now, just give an just tell me here. I will use else if or all in if statements. I use else if statements or I will use if statements, all if statements, right? Okay, I will tell you. I am using here if conditions, all if conditions, because I want to check further, right? After that, if amount is more than 500, after dividing with this, if amount again it's more than 500, then n 500 equals amount divided by 500. After that amount, why I multiply this part, I will explain. I will show the answer, and 500 into 500, right? Then again after that, if amount 200 rupee note, I am not mentioned the 200, I just mentioned 100, right? So n 100 equals amount divided by 100. Amount equals minus equals n 100 into 100. Again, again a condition, just I am copying this condition, whole conditions. 50, I am writing here n50 divided by 50, n50. Now 20, n20 by 20, 20, again 20. यस, ये असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर को भी मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ, जस्ट 1 सेकेंड. आफ्टर दैट, टू मोर amount greater than 10, I will explain. 10, 100. After that, if amount greater than 5, here I am writing note 5 divided by 5, 5 and note 5, right? So after that, I need to print all the values. Printf %d 500 notes are %d, comma note 500, right? I am just copy this for 2000, for 2000, for 2000, 400, 400 slash n, slash n, slash n. I can use slash n end of the message, right? After that, print 150, so again slash n 50. After that, 20 slash n 20 rupee note, how many 20 rupee notes are, it will show. After that 10 slash n, after that last one is 5 rupee note, right? 5 rupee note. Just I am running this code, right? Just check, I need to check everything is fine. Oh, there are int n. Mail. Okay, I am not able, just assign 0 to this 2000, right? There is a minor mistake I just found. Okay, just I am writing a value 575 first. I need to check 500 note, and it goes to 50. After that 50, 50, and after that 20, 50 of 500. After that 50, it's 575. There is no value goes to this variable, right? No value goes to this amount greater than 5. Actually it equals to 5, right? That's why. Again I am executing this 575. Now it check 500 rupee note 1, after that 50 note 550, after that 20, it goes to 1 note 50, after that 20, at 5. The total amount is 575, right? Output is clear. Now after that I am explaining this code. Just say yes or no. It's this example is clear to you. Yes. Okay. Now I am explaining this question. Just give me 1 more minute. I am writing some things. I just print a value of this. I am again taking a same example. I am printing a value of this. Printf %d %d. It's a 500 note 500, right? After that 500 note 500, right? After that I am printing a value of amount. Printf amount %d amount %d. After that it gives a very, it clears to you each and everything right now why I am writing this question. No. After that slash n here, after that again slash n here. Now I am executing. I am again executing with same value 575, 575, sorry, 575. Now just check it, just what the amount it gives, 500. 5 note gives a value of 500. It's a 1 note. After that what amount I left, 75. Now it's clear. Now I am expanding this question, this line, amount amount equals amount, sorry, amount minus 500 note into 500, right? Now just take an example. What is the amount, what is the amount I receive initially? I receive amount value 7575 here. Total amount is this. After that minus 1 into 500, right? This is the condition. Now first this condition evaluates. Why this condition? Because according to our board mass method, multiplication part execute first, right? Multiplication part execute first. So it gives a value 500. 575 minus 575 minus 500, right? 5 minus 500, right? It gives the answer 75. Then 75 goes to this block, not for 100, goes to this block, right? The next note I have 50 note. Again it divides and note gives a value 1. If you want I can print, and after that again expand this line. Again if I am printing this line, I need to copy. I just put here. So this note value is also clear to you, and after that I am printing a mount value for 50, right? Again again I am executing the code, right? Just take a look. Again I am input a value 575. It gives first output is 500, one note. After that what amount I left? 75. For this I left 50 note, one note. After that how much amount I left? 25. It goes to case 20. Now it's clear. It goes to case 20. If I am printing the value of amount 25 after this case, which case is executing? This case. Again if I am printing the value, right? This example is clear to you. It's a very interesting example. You all have to pay attention. If still have any query, just ask. I will explain once again. Dear, just tell me, this example is clear to you or not? Please tell me, everyone. I want each and every response. Okay. If you still face any trouble in this example or any other example, just try to do something yourself, right? Right? Just try to do with yourself. Now you all can leave this session if it is clear to you. Stay those students if they have any query. It's an assignment operator. With the help of this assignment operator, we can save our memory. It's depend upon us. We can use this equation also. We can copy this and replace with this. And I can use this equation also. I can use this one, second one, which I already show you. The meaning is same, right? I don't need any extra variable to solve this. I just save some memory. We use %d only when we need to print an integer value, right?